more calm, may not disturb their mind easily. Then those people, I think there must be some, at a young age, lacking that affection. And worst case, some abuse. Then abuse from the emotionally nearest person, then they really lost affection. So instead of feeling affection, but fear, distrust. As a result, those people who had such experience at a young age, I think, may find more difficult to feel of others' pain. So as a result, such people, their mind constantly some kind of, in deep inside, some kind of fear. Insecurity. As a result, small sort of problem can disturb much their mind. Then another, according the medical scientist, they say anger, hatred, our constant anger, hatred, fear is actually eating our immune system. More calm mind, compassionate mind can increase this immune system. So there's one particular sort of particle in our body. What do you call that?
I think there's a technical term for a part of the immune system. There's a cell, it looks like a tail. I think it's called telomerase.
I don't know.
Telomerase.
I don't know. So one occasion in medical sort of conference, so they actually show some picture. I remember that picture. There is some something.
It looks a bit like a kind of a tadpole, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So at the top is something there. So those animal who lacking the affection or lack of sort of affectionate surrounding, much less that.
Shorter.
Shorter.
The tail is shorter.
And then two animal, another animal just licking. That immense sort of effect on others, say these matter. So that actually is demonstrated at one conference. So, just a discussion with some medical scientist or psychiatrist, psychotherapist at Boston University, Harvard University, yes, Harvard University. You see, we
Harvard Medical School.
Harvard Medical School. You see, we touch these points like that. So these are now scientifically, I say, make clear for physical health. Mental state is a very crucial factor. So therefore, the concept of warm-heartedness, concept of compassionate attitude or compassion is not simply religious matter. It's a universal value. Whether accept religion or not, that's up to individual. Of course, those people who sincerely practice one's own faith, their faith immense help to increase this deeper value. So, my commitment is promoting religious harmony. So I fully committed about that and sincerely respect or appreciate of other traditions. So some my Christian friend consider me as a good Christian. One time in Australia, one my public talk, one Christian minister introduced me, and while he described me as a good Christian. Like that. So, and some northern India, in Jammu Kashmir state, traditionally, some Muslim, even they touch one non-Muslim's sort of clothes. Sometimes they wash, they never eat together. But last now, nearly 50 years, I passing through this area. So then those Muslims invite me. I always, as I mentioned earlier, I always accepted their invitation. So you see, having meal with them, oh, very delicious. So you see, I have no feeling of sort of differences. So it really benefit to both sides. I myself also feel, oh, we are same human being. We are same sort of a believer. A believer, or what to call. I mean, we are same who accept some deeper human values. They also feel very close with me. If we remain on the basis of faith, they are Muslim, we are Buddhist, remain distant, what use? More worry, more feeling of isolation, then it can translate frustration, anger, then violence. Any violence, violent action is mutual destruction. So like that, so the religious harmony, of course, one's own tradition have a certain sort of philosophical view. That's our own business. Some my Christian friend, one Christian brother, who always showing interest about Buddhism. Yes, there are common practice of compassion, practice of forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, self-discipline, common practice. There are common practice. So we can share in this common sort of practice. We also can learn from Christian brothers, sisters, sort of some practice. Very useful. And especially the Christian brothers, sisters, very much involved in the social service, in the form of education and health. Some remote area in India, some missionary workers, really the dedicated well-being of the local tribes or local poor people, local community. Sometimes we Buddhists, Buddhist monks, nuns, traditionally remain monastery or nunnery. Not much contact with service, right? Community. So there, we have to learn the experience from other tradition. So similarly, some Buddhist technique quite useful for some Christian practitioner. Certain technique for one single-pointed mind, like that, and some method, some technique, promotion of love, compassion, forgiveness, like that. So it's one occasion, that late Catholic brother, because he also showing interest about Buddhist concept, Buddhist unique concept of emptiness. Then since I know him, we know very well, so I told him, this is Buddhist business, not your business. That I think, you see, his side also, you see, can say about God, Creator. That's a Christian business, not a Buddhist business, like that. So in the philosophical field, there's differences. But that's better in order to satisfy a variety of people. These different approach is necessary. So in human history, at different time, different sort of geography, area, these different teachings you see, develop. It is suit for a variety of people. So it is necessary. Now look, even Tibetan community, basically Buddhist, but still some Muslims there, some Christian also there. So this shows variety among the people. So one my sort of main commitment is promotion of religious harmony. So all religion, you see, carrying the same message or same potential. So, but my main sort of effort is without touching religious concept, simply using scientific data and our common experience, and on that basis make known, make clear, public, we have this inner value is immense beneficial. Now, for example, I often used to telling people this global economic crisis. Many people disturbed, and of course, ordinary people also, you see, get some sort of impact in their daily life. But here, I believe, and of course, you have to watch, you have to sort of check that those people who think only money value, right? Always think about money like that. No other interest, no other sort of values. And someone who not only, who also accept value of money. Certainly, without money, you can't sort of survive. You can't work. Important. But besides money value, material value, the other value, such as happy family, compassionate community, inner peace. Those people, now two kind of people. I think this global economic crisis, I think most hit those persons who think only money value, I think hit most. They, I think, get much disturbances. Then the other one, Other one, yes, now money crisis there, but still very happy in their family, in their community. So that really makes differences. So therefore, in modern time, I think basic modern education system itself pay attention only brain development, not enough pay attention about inner value. I think when about 1,000 years ago, the separate education institution started in Europe. At that time, I think moral ethics, these take care by church and family. So at that time, separate, newly developed education institution take care only brain or education. Now in modern society, eventually the religious sort of influence or also little decrease. And also family values also decline. Then the education institution alone have the responsibility. So therefore, many occasions I express, and also many people agree, now in modern education system, we need some lesson of moral ethics. Then how to put where? That is, we need more research work. On the basis of universal value and including some scientific findings, these things. So that's my main sort of commitment. Wherever I go, I touch this subject and make known or share with public. Please pay more attention about our inner value. And that value is concerned not difference of color, not difference of social background, whether rich or poor, no differences, and also not depend on faith. Even without faith, these human good quality by birth already there. In fact, compassion, the seed of compassion, is a biological factor. We are social animals. And on top of that, the very way we grown up need others' care. In order to develop others' sort of enthusiasm, caring, emotionally, they need something. That's affection. With affection, then all these care take away. Care. One, I think, example. One occasion, it was a night-long flight, long flight. I noticed two couples with two children. One, I think maybe 5-6 year old. So better or easier to manage. One much smaller, very difficult to manage that. So after takeoff, I think 2-3 hours, they both father, mother, they both take care about that young child. Then after 4-5 hours, the father just slept. No sign of a botheration about the child. The mother